Hello friends, welcome back to this channel. So, in the previous session, we have discussed S3 lifecycle rules, right? Now, in this session, we are going to discuss about Amazon S3 event notification. So, without any further ado, let's get started the session. Okay, Amazon S3 event notifications. So, some events happen in your S3 bucket. For example, this could be a new object created, an object removed, an object that has been restored, or there is some S3 replication happening, and so you want me to able to react to all these events. You can create rules, and for these rules you can also filter by object names. For example, you want to react only to the JPEG file, so start.jpg, and so you can create event notification rules, and these rules allow you to trigger some sort of innovation inside of your AWS account. So use case for it, a very classic one, will be to generate thumbnails of images uploaded to Amazon S3. So what are the possible targets for S3 event notifications? So you have three. You have SNS, which is a simple notification service to send notifications and emails. We have SQS for a simple queue service to add messages into a queue. And finally, Lambda function to generate some custom code. Now, we will see all these service SNS, SQS and Lambda in detail in this series, but for now just remember that you have these three targets for Amazon S3 for event notification, and that will make a lot of sense by the end of this course. You will create as many S3 events as desired, and most of the time they will be delivered in seconds, but sometimes it can take a minute or longer. And there is a small caveat, which is that if you want you to make sure every single event notification is delivered, you need to enable versioning on your bucket. So this is what these two very long lines of text are saying, and this comes from the documentation. So let's go ahead in the console to see how we can set up a very simple S3 event notification. Okay, so this is my AWS S3 console, as you can see. Now let's demonstrate S3 bucket notifications. For this, I'm going to create a new bucket, and then I'll call it as demo 2022 S3 bucket notifications. Okay, I'll create it in US East 1 Virginia, and scroll all the way down and simply create these buckets. So next, I will click and open this bucket, and I want to go into properties, and I want to change my event notifications. So as you can see, where we have multiple ones, so I want to create an event notification, and I will call it as demo event, and for the prefix it's optional, so I will set none. This way applies to all the objects within my buckets, as well as suffix is optional, and so on. Now what is this event happening applies to? So I want to have this event triggered anytime an object is created. So that is object created, put, post, copy and multi-part upload completed. But you could also, if you want to have other calendar events such as deletes event, restore events and so on. So for now, I'm just going to select all objects create event for S3 object create to start. Next, we need to choose a destination, and so the destination could be a Lambda function, an SNS topic or SQS queue. Now we have not seen those yet, but we will be using an SQS queue, and we will be creating a queue ourselves. So let's go ahead and create a queue. So let's go to SQS and create a queue for that matter. So we will create a queue, and this queue I'm going to call it as standard, and let's say demo S3 notifications. We are good to go, and I'll scroll all the way down and click on create queue. So my queue is now created, and what I need to do is to set up an access policy, and the access policy I need to set up is an access policy that will allow my S3 bucket to write to my Amazon SQS queue. So no need to worry about what SQS is right now, but just follow with me. So let me refresh this page just to make sure that I get my queue picked up. So we have to say demo event again one more time for create objects, and scroll down SQS queue and find my demo S3 notifications. So now if I save the changes right now, is going to give me an error because I am unable to write to my SQS queue. So let's change the access policy to allow people to write to my SQS queue. So I will change it, and the access policy itself, I can use a policy generator to define an SQS queue policy. So and I will make it very permissive right now. So I'll allow anyone to do a send message into my SQS queue, and I need to find the ARN of my SQS queue, and the ARN is, you can see right here. So here we go. I'll paste it in the ARN, and a statement generate this policy, and this should allow anyone including my S3 buckets to write to my SQS queue. Now this is way too permissive but good enough for this demo. So I paste it, and then I will save this. So now my access policy should allow my S3 buckets to write your SQS. So let's save the change one more time, and this time the operation successfully completes. Finally, let's go and upload an object to see if that triggers an event. So we will add a file, and we will add castle.jpg and upload this file and see what happened. Okay, so this file has been successfully uploaded. This is good. Now let's go into my Amazon SQS, and under the Amazon SQS you can go to send and receive messages on the top right corner, and under receive messages this is going to receive this message. So here they are. So the first message is that, and if we look at the body, we can see that this was a test event from Amazon S3. This is when Amazon S3 was testing the connectivity between S3 bucket and the SQS queue. So we can safely disregard these events. And the second event, if you look at the body, now this contains the actual notification that was sent by Amazon S3 into SQS queue. So we can see the source is AWS S3. It was in the US East 1 region, and the event name was object create puts. We can see who did it and some IP here, and a lot of information about that event in particular. So this demonstrates that yes, our S3 bucket is able to send notification into Amazon SQS, and the completed demo. So guys, that's it for this session. I hope you like it, and I'll see you in the next lecture. If you have any doubt or any question, feel free to ask in the comment section below. I will answer you as soon as I can. So thank you for watching. Bye and have a nice day.